Good evening. Would like to welcome everyone to the January 14th meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Lockport. We will begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if all would rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kathy, would you mind taking roll call?
Is absent. Calderon.
Here.
Peters.
Here.
Likens.
Here.
Mychek, under the gun.
Here.
Garland.
Here.
And Giorgetti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Kathy.
Hey, Sauce.
First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from December 11th, 2025, Planning and Zoning Commission. Is there a motion to approve those minutes from December 11th, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
So motion by Giorgetti,
Second.
second by Peters. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. On to public hearings. There is one case, number 2026-001. It is the special use permit for a major change to a planned development for a property generally located north of 159th Street and west of Interstate 355, otherwise known as the Springs at Lockport. This is a public hearing. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Moved by Garland. Is there a second?
Second. I'll second.
Second by Calderon. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion passes. The public hearing is open. Staff report? Alyssa?
All right, so as we said, this is a special use permit for a major change to a planned development. And our petitioner in the case is Continental Properties. The location of the site is the Springs apartment that's at the northeast corner of 159th Street and Edelman Road. The site is a little over 25 acres. The zoning is R4 and C3. The R4 zoning is on the north side, and those are all apartment buildings. The C3 is on the south side of the lot along 159th. And we have tenants, that would be Wendy's, Mr. Car Wash, and then another lot that does not have a tenant yet. But the main use is residential, and the special use permit on the site is for planned development. Current zoning, you can see a little bit better. The brown is R4, and the red is C3 highway commercial, and then that is impressed with the special use permit for the planned development. And a little background on the site, the Springs apartments were approved by City Council in September of 2023. The applicant, Continental Properties, is seeking approval for a major change to a planned development. This major change would be changing the monument sign height as well as relocating the sign on the property. The monument sign serves as the primary identifier for the apartment community and the businesses along 159th. The design of the sign will be essentially staying the same. The approved sign in September 2023 is a double-sided aluminum cabinet with a masonry base. The sign panel measures 10 feet in height and width. The originally approved sign had a 2-foot masonry base, and this proposed change would increase the height to a total of a 6-foot base, so that's a 4-foot increase. And relocating the sign further east along West 159th Street will accommodate for future sidewalk connection and integrate drainage swales along the frontage for the outlet users. The relocation will also, the relocation and the height increase will improve visibility along 159th. And this is also accounting for the elevation of the site as well as an existing guardrail. Having improved visibility will also improve safety and accessibility for residents, visitors, and emergency services. This is the site plan. It's kind of tiny, but in that bottom left corner, that is 159th Street running along there, and the previously approved sign is that yellow box. And this purple box is where the proposed new location is for the sign. These are renderings of what the sign would look like. On the left side, we have the sign with the 2-foot base, and on the right side is that proposed design with the 6-foot base. And the sign, like the signage for the springs and then the 3 tenant spaces, all of that is remaining the same. We will go over the standards for special uses. The proposed building or use at the particular location requested is necessary or desirable to provide a service or a facility in the public interest and will contribute to the general welfare of the neighborhood or community. The increased base size of the monument from 2 feet to 6 feet will improve limited visibility for residents, visitors, and emergency services. That will improve the sorry, I can't speak today. It will improve constraints that were originally existing with the initial proposed sign location, and relocating the monument sign further east along 159th will ease connectivity for future sidewalk infrastructure. Relocation will also better integrate drainage swales along the frontage for outlet users, thereby benefiting future commercial tenants in the area. The proposed building or use will not have a substantial adverse effect upon the adjacent property, the character of the neighborhood, traffic conditions, utility facilities, and other matters affecting the public health, safety, and general welfare. The proposed base height increase will make the sign more prominent to Springs residents, community members, and future customers and emergency response agencies. Since the Springs sign allows for 3 other tenant spaces, adjacent businesses will also benefit with increased visibility. Relocation of the sign takes site grading and future infrastructure improvements into account, ideally limiting the need for other major changes to signage on the site. The proposed building or use will be designed, arranged, and operated so as to permit the development and use of the neighboring property in accordance with applicable district regulations. Not only does the monument sign serve Springs at Lockport, but it also has spaces for 3 adjacent commercial tenants. A larger base and relocation of the sign will increase visibility for each additional business outside of the Springs apartment community. And now we have our recommended motion. Should the commission find the request for a major change to a plan development acceptable, the following motion is suggested. A motion to adopt the findings of a fact and approve an amendment to the Springs plan development to increase the size of the monument sign.
Just one smidge of context on this. We have 2 different things that trigger reasons why we would need to bring something in front of the Plan and Zoning Commission and City Council for a plan development. We have major changes and minor changes. Major changes are really anything that changes bulk standards more than, I think it's 10%. So if somebody wanted to increase the height of their building, if it was 50 feet, that was approved. If it was more than a 5-foot change, then we would need to come before you. If they wanted to add density to a development that was outside of that. One of the components to that is signage. If you increase the square footage of the signage, the height of the signage, that triggers a major change. So even in the context of what this is, you might not think it's a major change, but based on our code, it does fall in that category.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Lane.
I make a recommendation also Not that the location of the sign necessarily is a major change, but much of the staff report and the findings of fact that you're being asked to adopt talk about the need for the change in size of the base because of the location and the grade change. It might not be a bad idea for that recommended motion to also include the moving of the sign to the east per the attached staff report and diagrams.
10-4. Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Alyssa, for a very thorough presentation. As it was a thorough presentation, I don't know if the applicant is here or would want to present anything. If there's nothing else you would like to add, we'll just, okay. Okay. Thank you. So Commissioners, that comes back to us. I would just ask if anyone has any questions regarding this this change.
Personally, I think it's a good idea just because of that slope. And I don't know how many people see Jimmy John's over there and all of a sudden romp on the brakes. So it'd be nice to have some braking there. So awesome. Great idea.
All right, thank you, Matt. I would offer if there are any citizens that would like to be heard on this case. I don't see any. So we will move on, and I would just ask if there is a motion to adopt the findings of fact and approve an amendment to this.
I would close the
Oh,
public.
sorry. Yep, I've got that. If there's a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Moved by Garland, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Peters. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you for clarifying my chicken scratch that I couldn't see there. Is there any further discussion?
I just have one question. It says for future sidewalk. How far from the sidewalk will this sign be? Do we know that or anything at this point?
So IDOT, we've been in discussions with IDOT because next summer, or this coming summer at this point, there will be a project that is being done by IDOT to resurface a good portion of 159th Street east of Farrell Road. As a part of that project, they, based on a study that we are doing and they are supporting, we may be able to remove the barrier, the guardrail barrier along that frontage. Based on whatever happens with that and the grading that would be associated with that, that'll define the final location for the sidewalk. However, there is a relatively narrow band that a sidewalk could go in, but final design has not been done on that, but it will be not running through it for sure, and will likely be at least 5 feet away from it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Hearing no other discussion, I would call the question and ask if there is a motion to adopt the findings of fact and approve an amendment to the Springs planned development to increase the size and location of the monument sign.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Garland. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Calderon. Kathy, could you do a roll call vote, please?
You got it. Quinn is absent. Calderon,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Likens,
Yes?
Mycheck,
Yes.
Garland,
Yes.
Giorgetti.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Kathy. And this will go to the Committee of the Whole on what date, Lance?
This will go to the February 4th.
February 4th, Committee of the Whole meeting. All right, thank you. That's our only public hearing case. I don't see anything under new business or old business. I don't see any citizens to be heard. I do not have a report today, other than I would just like to clarify our next meeting date, time, and location.
Next meeting date will be It'll be February 11th, and it will be here,
It will be here.
unless there is an announcement made to all of you. It will likely be here.
At 7 PM. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Lance. That's all I've got. Commissioners, anything else?
Just one question. At the gas station, Archer, that was, we had before, then they lapsed on it. Are they coming back, or what are they doing?
They've been approved. The last piece that they need is IDOT approval.
Ah, okay.
And so we are waiting for them to get their final letter back from IDOT and making sure that any modifications that IDOT requested of them, we have a final review of. But it has already been approved. It can go right to construction. They know about all that stuff. And they're pulling their improvement guarantees and a lot of that kind of thing together right now.
Very good. Thank you.
Anything else, Commissioners? Anything, staff?
Please complete your OMA training, and please note that 2025 could be an option, and 2026, please select 2026. If you have already done it, go back on there and make sure that you didn't do the 2025 one, and if you need to, we can probably doctor up your stuff, or at least one of the commissioners knows how to do that. No, we will take all the 2026 certificates and make sure that those are on file.
It is very insightful.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike, did you write it? Did you write it?
I did not. I did provide a lot of guidance on it, but no, I did not write that.
No, there's a lot of good information in there.
Yeah, we had our onboarding with our new city council member, Robin Liff, yesterday, and went into OMA quite a bit because there are a lot of things that the normal layperson wouldn't know about, and there are important components of that our council members need to know about for sure.
And I will,
And all of you.
I'm sorry. I will add, even our esteemed city clerk just completed her training, and she had some great questions for me afterwards. So if you go through it and you have some questions, by all means, feel free to reach out to me. I used to teach it for bar associations, and there is some interesting, insightful things in there, but sometimes you'll read something and wonder why we do something a little bit differently, and I can kind of help you through that if you have any questions after you take the training.
Yes, Mike's a great asset, so use him as you need, please. Okay, if that is it, I would ask if there's a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion to adjourn is moved by
Garland.
Garland, whatever his name is over there. Who, and the second was by Giorgetti?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Meetings.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We're adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Garland, for making that.
Yay! Miss a couple meetings, you forget about me.
Who's the guy?
God damn.